survive another one. It's 16 in a row.
Listen
the
to this
magic
crowd.
number is 1.
And the Lions have captured the Red River Athletic Conference, a berth in the NAIA tournament.
And Southwestern Assemblies of God University will play for the title tomorrow night.
And welcome to the Schaefer Center here in the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University in Waxahachie, Texas, where today the number 3 ranked team in the land, the SAGU Lady Lions, put that ranking to the test against the Mid-America Evangels. And Rob Price with my partner Tim Robertson. Tim, Lions coming off a real hard-fought win, 89-76 against Oklahoma Baptist, number 9 team in the nation. Again, now 8-1 on the season, 1-0 in conference play in the new SAGU Athletic Conference.
Yeah, there's a big win on Thursday night, going up against Oklahoma Baptist, very established program in the SAGU Conference. A game that they were down early. They had to struggle, fight their way back. The way Bostwick loves to win, just keep on fighting, use your legs, wear them out, take that lead late, and hold on for the win.
Ranked number 3 in the nation and playing like a team on a mission to return back to Kansas City for the national tournament. Much more than that ahead, but first let's check in with our very own Tyler Evans. Tyler?
Now, Coach, the team has started off this season very strong with 8-1. What has been working so well for our squad?
You know, I think it's been a balance of everybody throwing in. You know, 10, 12 guys so far this year have really stepped up and done some things to play. You know, we've won an overtime game, a couple close games. Last game kind of put it together a little bit and we had a nice road win.
Now, Mid-America is coming in with an average of about 100 points per game. What are we going to have to do to really slow these Evangels down today?
You know, Coach Holly does a great job. They do have a great offensive team. They're very efficient. They've got a point guard that really gets it done. They push the ball. They're a lot like us. So I think you'll see a fun game today. Both teams pushing the ball. Hopefully we're hitting some threes, and hopefully we're guarding a little better than them. You know, I don't really care if we win 120 to 125. 50 to 45, I don't really care as long as we can find a way to win that last 5 minutes and get a W today.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck in today's game.
Appreciate it.
Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Tyler. Tim, this Mid-America team is not to be overlooked at all. They come in today's game 7-2, 3-0 in conference play in the SAGU Athletic Conference, tied with 3 other teams who are also undefeated. And Tim, as we dive into the SAC play here for the first time, it ushers in a whole new era, if you will, for Lions basketball, and they roar into this conference with a lot of noise they made last season.
Last season, I mean, wasn't entirely unexpected, but I don't think we ever saw how far it was going to go. The Lions reeled off a 33-5 regular season record, stormed through the national title. No one knew who they were when they showed up, and all of a sudden they're playing for the national championship. Dominic Rambo's the co-player of the year, but still, it left a sour taste in this team's mouth. They were 40 minutes away from being national champions and got taken down by Georgetown. So this team has their goal. They still have a very clear goal. Let's get back to Kansas City and let's finish it off this time. So a lot to come this season for this squad.
I was at that game in Kansas City, and Georgetown played well, and that game was there for the taking until the last 3 or 4 minutes of play. So there's no doubt about it. Coach Bostwick has his team hungry. They have reloaded. They're playing like every bit the national contender that they are. And he told me before the game tonight, he said, there is a target on our back. People are gunning for us. He went on to tell me, he said, in this new conference, there's 8 teams. He listed 8 teams that could win the conference.
Oh, yeah.
This is strong from head to toe. So we have our work cut out for us today against this strong SAC team.
Yeah, the SAGU Athletic Conference, only 2 teams coming today with sub-500 records. One of those teams, Science and Arts of Oklahoma, just beat number 7 ranked John Brown on the road Thursday night. So there is not a safe game in this conference. It's 12 mines in a minefield. You cannot misstep against any of these teams.
The only loss for the team so far against then number 2 LSU Shreveport, that was an 84-75 loss. A team they beat earlier in the season by 11, 83-72. So statistically, the Lions are looking every bit like the number 3 team in the land, which they are ranked right now. They average 84 points a game, very respectable. But there are a handful of other statistics that are even more impressive, Tim.
Again, they're good where Boswick wants them to be good. They're number 5 in the nation in defensive shooting percentage, just allowing 37.7% a game. They've picked up the three-pointers. They were really good 2 years ago, not so great last year. Number 7 in the nation with 9.75 three-pointers a game. Then in the other 2 huge categories Boswick loves so much, offensive rebounds. Number 7 in the nation, 15.6 offensive boards a game. And then steals, 11.6 steals a game. That's number 11 in the nation. It's all about extra possessions for these Lions. Not to be outdone, they're also number 9 in defensive rebounds, so they don't let the opponents get those offensive rebounds. It's all about creating extra opportunities for this team. Another stat that just kind of stood out to me, they're actually number 17 in the nation in free throws with 71%.
Huge improvement from last year.
Doesn't it sound like it's amazing, 71%, but there was times last year.
65 last year?
Yeah, 65% was what they shot last year, so a 6% improvement is absolutely huge. Again, MACU is no slouch. Look, what do they have coming to this game?
We've got a team that's number 3, Tim, in the nation in assists per game, at 20 assists per game. You'll see a lot of that tonight in the court here at the Schaefer Center. Number 6 in the nation in turnover margin, plus 6.5. Number 6 in the nation in three-point shots, hitting 41% of trays. Number 11 in steals per game at just over 11 steals a game. Number 12 in field goal percentage at 51%. So with those stats in mind, Tim, what's the battle look like for you? What's the game between the stats?
It's offense versus defense, which sounds obvious until you look at the fact that the MACU offense is averaging 99 points a game.
And say that again?
99 points a game.
99 points a game.
They drop triple figures like it's nothing on you. And SAGU is only allowing 37.7% shooting in a game. So this is really the matchup.
That's the battle right there.
That's the battle. The Lions cannot let this Evangel team really pick it up and start putting up those kind of points. They got to keep them lower. And, you know, this Lions team, they have that ability. They have the ability to drop a 100-point team down to 75.
Meanwhile, the Evangels will have their hands full with senior guard, co-national player of the year last year, Dominic Rambo, dropped a cool 40 2 nights ago in Thursday's win up in Shawnee against OBU. He scored the Lions' first 15 points. Interesting to see if the Evangels maybe try a boxing one or some other unique defensive scheme to try to slow Rambo down.
Again, he's one of those players that can beat you on his own if you give him that opportunity.
We'll talk about the new rules because this really affects the defense. You could basically can't take a charge anymore. If you hand check it all, they're going to whistle. So that really, impacts Rambo's play to dive into the lane.
It's going to be much harder to stop him now. Again, the Evangels have their own squad of players coming in here. The 3 that are really leading right now, Samar Ferris leads the team with 20.6 points per game, 6 assists per game, and 2.25 steals a game. He leads the team in all 3 of those categories. So Ferris is a huge contributor on this MACU team. Angelo Lewis leads the team with 6 rebounds a game. That's an area that the MACU needs to beat SAGU tonight, or at least find a way to trim that gap against one of the best rebounding teams in the nation, is find a way to cut into that rebound gap. He also averages 19.6 points a game and 2.1 steals. So just like Ferris, very rounded player. And then lastly, Jarius Wilson leads the nation with 57.1% shooting from beyond the arc. He is the best accuracy-wise
on our court tonight.
Best three-point shooter accuracy-wise, 57.1%, averages 14.7 points a game.
Well, trying to combat that will be Caleb Gentry. Wears number 2, leads the team with 16.25 a game, 4.25 assists a game, 3.38 steals per game. That's good for number 5 in the NAIA. And then there's Caleb Feemster, was gone a year, went to Ranger Junior College, came back, leads the team with 8.75 boards a game, averages 15 points a game, number 11 in the nation in three-pointers with 3.1 a game. And then let's talk about one of your favorite players, Jonathan Walter. Where's number 21? 58 points over the last 3 games, shooting 55%.
Yeah, great job right there. Really, the last game before Christmas break, he helped win for the Lions. Came in a game against Arlington Baptist, who came in with a mission to upset these Lions. Not exactly the best squad, but like you said, there's a target on these Lions' backs all year long. It used to be the Lions used to get the schedule, and they'd circuit the Our Lady of the Lakes and the LSU Shreveports and the Wesleyans and the Westmonts. They'd
circle us.
With the SAGU's name has been circled 32 times on schedules all over America, and the team behind us right now is one of those teams that has circled SAGU undoubtedly.
We are just moments away from tip-off here in the open of the spring semester of our broadcast on the SAGU Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.
Let's introduce tonight's starting lineup. First for the MACU Evangels. At forward, a junior from Venus, Texas, number 24, Josh Smith. At forward, a senior from Detroit, Michigan, number 23, Angelo Lewis. At guard, a junior from Duncanville, Texas, number 15, Jarius Wilson. At guard, a junior from Richmond, Texas, number 10, Reggie Davis. At guard, a junior from Fort Worth, Texas, number 5, Samar Ferris. The Evangels are coached by Willie Holly, now in his 41st year. Assistant coach Anthony Nero and Tracy Wilkins, the athletic director, Greg Ruiz. Let's meet the starting five for your SAGU Lions. At forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 1, Emmanuel Adoy. At forward, a 6'5" junior from Addison, Texas, number 33, Caleb Feemster. At guard, a 6'4" junior from Garland, number 21, Jonathan Walter. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Dallas, Texas, number 4, Dominic Rambo. And at guard, a 6' senior from Hondo, Texas, number 2, Caleb Hondo Gentry. Lions are coached by Donnie Bostwick in his 3rd season. Assistant coaches Garrett Jones, Kyle Tucker, and the team chaplain David Leatherberry. Athletic director Jesse Gotti. Your official score,
this team could be undefeated.
Susan Pascal, school board and clock operator David Hill, shot clock operator Derek Fortner, the official statistician leading the webcast for...
Welcome back to the Schaefer Center here in the campus of Southwestern Summers of God University in Waxahachie, Texas. And I was just telling you, Tim, off the air, that this team we're about to play could be undefeated. They've only suffered 2 losses. One, a 2-point loss in overtime, 97-95 to Bacone College back in November 14th. And then another 2-point loss, barn burner, 111-109 against College of the Ozarks at College of the Ozarks. So this could easily be a 9-0 team we're facing tonight.
Yeah.
With a team that scores 99 a game.
Yeah, some just very narrow losses right there. They've put up over 104 times this year. Yeah. They can score.
Tip off and a quick basket up and in for Mid-America off the tip.
That's Angelo Lewis out of Detroit, Michigan. Took about 5 seconds on that one for the Evangels to take a 2-0 lead.
Number 20, Dominic Rambo, National Player of the Year. Over to Caleb, back to the other Caleb Feemster. Gentry from 3. Off the front of the rim, rebound, the scrum, and Rambo runs it down. Walter from 3. He's short, rebound. Angelo Lewis, who just scored the game's first bucket. Adoy with the rebound. He'll bring the ball up himself. Here come the Lions. Over to Rambo. The senior from Dallas, the playmaker. Walter backs in, off the glass, ties the score at 2.
Yeah, just backed Jarius Wilson down. Got the positioning he wanted. That's just a power move from Walter. A player who's really transformed himself from a second-tier squad guy to a very consistent, very solid starter. Up and in from Jarius Wilson. He gets his second bucket of the, I'm sorry, Jarius Wilson. He scores his first of the game, and Mid-America goes up 4-2. Rambo leading the offense down the court.
Rambo from 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Reggie Davis. Here come the Evangels in red. Strong inside move off the glass. Rolls off the rim. Adoy grabbed that rebound and over the back. Angelo Lewis, his first foul.
Number 23, Angelo Lewis, his first personal first.
Lions come into this game the number 3 team in the land, facing a team that puts up 99 a game, and on this team is basically the best field goal by percentage shooter in the nation. This could be a high-scoring affair tonight at the Schaefer Center. Gentry, too strong off the glass. Rebound, Angelo Lewis. He's been active.
He left his feet before he knew exactly what he wanted to do with it.
3-point bomb, good. Samar Ferris, you mentioned him in pregame, Tim, the junior from Fort Worth. From the corner.
Well, so far, all 3 guys I mentioned in pregame have scored. They spread the scoring pretty evenly, so MACU going to what they know best to start off.
Feimster likes to shoot from 3. Looking good. Loose ball. Here comes Ferris.
And the Lions have gone to the 3-point shot 5 times today and have missed each time.
Another ball from the corner. Weak side rebound, no good. Here comes Rambo. Numbers aren't there, but he'll take it anyway. Rejected. Keeps the ball in play somehow. Off the glass for Rambo.
Now he'll draw the foul.
A rebound in the paint will get the rebound, the shot, the foul, everything. He is, I don't know, a jackrabbit playing with a lot of passion today. Grabbing down loose balls, looking for open shots. Dropped in 40 a couple nights ago.
Again, the Lions do such a good job of keeping plays alive. That's a play that after the block looked like it was going to go off of the Lions, be a dead play. Rambo saved it. Gentry took his shot, missed it. Rambo rebounded that. I ended up drawing the foul. He misses the first, though.
Look at that tenacity. One of the shortest players in the court, and sometimes, Tim, it's all about just position, being in the right place at the right time, knowing the angles of the ball. Since he shot it, he knows where it's going to miss.
Makes the second, cuts the lead to 4. And the Lions bring up a bit of a press here.
Absolutely.
And
See how they can handle it, and they're going to handle it easily with a reverse layup, but he missed the layup, but a strong rebound up and in. It's Angelo Lewis. They had the press broken, Tim, and missed the easy lay-in, but how about the offensive board work?
Yeah, just fell right into his lap, did a good job of, again, going up strong with the defenders on him then to get that bucket. Feimster for 3.
Long 3, good. Caleb Feimster, the sharpshooter.
2 seasons ago when Feimster played for the Lions, he was a major threat from 3 points and beyond. Hit perhaps the most famous 3-pointer in SAGU history when he hit a buzzer beater up by 26, mind you, but hit a buzzer beater that was the 13th 3 of the game and won the crowd wings. So obviously that's all you have to do for the fans around here.
And I was one of the first to mug him on the court afterwards, I confess. I think I jumped on top of his shoulders or something because we were all hungry for some wings that night. A huge 3 back in his freshman year.
Beyond the arc there, and Reggie Davis is going to go to the line for 3 here. Feimster fouls him in the process of shooting, and it's going to be 3 free ones, up by 3, and he makes the first. Again, you talked about spreading the ball a lot for MACU. They're at 10 points and 4 players have scored. So you already see that this is a team that can have a really good ability. They're so good at assists. We're looking at that stat earlier, that they are one of the best teams in the nation assists-wise per game. So there's no one player that they rely on. They are a full team. hits 2 out of 3, and the Evangels go up by 5.
Evangels show that press again. The soft press, just giving the Lions a little business as they bring the ball up the court. Now here's Gentry over to Rambo. He can shoot the 3. Gives it over to Gentry. Inside to Walter. Patient on the post.
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped on the line. Turnover, Lions. Lions not quite in sync here early on, the first 4 minutes of play. Find themselves down by 5 against a team that's 7-2, 3-0 in conference play. And a whistle on, it's going to be on Jonathan Walter, the shove near the baseline. It'll be his second foul. He'll have to take a seat. I'll check that. It's his first personal.
Lions so quick to the ball on every single pass. Makes it a constant threat to steal.
Zone rebound, Ferris.
The Lions dug in to the basket there, trying to defend it, forced the off shot, so forced the miss. But because of how they all drove in to prevent the drive, set up an easy rebound for the Evangels. Nice underneath the layup.
Wow, good shot.
Reggie Davis does a good job getting underneath.
And that elicits a timeout from head coach Donnie Boswick. Not happy at all with what he's seeing. You see him barking at his troops, down by 7 early. They were down early against Arlington Baptist.
Well,
they were down by more than double digits and found a way to claw back into that one, Tim.
Yeah, no, this is a position the Lions often find themselves in to start games off. They fell behind 23-7 against Arlington Baptist. They trailed by 7 or 8 in the first 5-6 minutes against OBU on Thursday night. They're not exactly the quickest team out of the gate because it's not exactly Boswick's style. Boswick's style is more of one to just wear a team down. You see here, nice move by Reggie Davis, getting underneath the basket, finding a way to just push off with that plant foot, get enough separation to get the layup. Rambo trying to get around Samar Ferris, almost fakes himself out.
Now trouble, Walter may have to call a timeout. Gets it away just in time. Rambo on the right side, off the glass, soft touch, gets the roll. His first bucket of the game. He's got 3. 13-8. Ferris runs the offense, tries to split the defense up the middle. Opens up a 3-point shot off the mark. Ferris, another offensive rebound.
He's just in the right place. Those keep on falling right into his hands. Just short of the free throw line. It's going to be a travel.
Gentry forced to travel. Got his hand in there and forced the offensive player.
Remington Mitchell will step into the game, as well as Daniel Mills and Tyler Guidry. Feimster, Adoy, and Gentry will all sit. Guidry hits a wide open Rambo.
Deep from 3-point land. Good. Tickles the twang, and the Lions cut the lead to 2. But a big 3 from Rambo.
Yeah, just left Rambo too open out there. That is where he loves to be.
Elbow shot off the glass, a whistle underneath.
It's going to be a foul called. And that's going to send...
It's a hold.
Send Angelo Lewis to the line for 2. Foul comes against Guidry.
It's Guidry.
Right after he comes into the game.
Evangels allow 87 points a game, so they scored 97, give up 87. Only 68% from the line. That's good for 6th place in the conference. Best turnover margin in the league, making 17, forcing 23. So you see it right here, this full court press. They like to make you earn your way across the line. It's Guidry. looking for help. And a foul on Ferris. He was mugging Guidry outside.
Yeah, this is something that the Evangels will definitely try. They do, like you said, they have the best turnover ratio in the Student Athletic Conference. They'll definitely try it, but the Lions are very good at beating a full court press, both with their speed and their ability to make them foul you.
Nice inside pass to Daniel Mills.
Just went in and out.
Guidry gave it to him in a good spot. Mills unable to convert. And now on the break, a wild shot. Now here's Guidry on the other end. 3-on-2. What will he do? Up. Too short. Here's Walter on the follow. Loose ball. And Guidry comes away with it. Out to Rambo from 3 from the corner. How about Mills with the offensive glass? And a soft touch from Daniel Mills, the freshman. Puts it up and in from Belton, Texas.
Again, just creating something out of absolutely nothing. You missed the layup. You miss another easy putback. And that should be the end of it right there. But
and that's steal number 1. There'll be many more tonight. And Rambo lays it up and in. Led the nation in steals last year, Tim. And there he is at it again. Picking the pocket of Ferris.
Just gets so low to the ground. And almost does it again. He's going to get caught for the foul there. A little bit too eager on that one. But he just gets so low to the ground. And then his hands are just so quick. Flying in there. Before you even know what happened, you don't have to make a bad dribble for him to steal the ball. He can just steal it anytime he wants to if he makes the right
move. Look how low he is. Look at him. He is knees bent. He sticks that one arm out, hands down, never up. Offensive board. Got pinched by the rim. All kinds of trouble. No whistle. Ferris somehow comes away with it. 3-point shot from an attempt, and he traveled as he's faking the 3-point shot. That was Angelo Lewis again, Tim.
A lot of bumping underneath. Very, very aggressive play on both sides. But both teams doing a good job getting those
Rambo wide open. Into the lane, stops, dribbles off the glass, too easy. And Rambo getting fired up early. He's got 10. He has 10 points already. He has 10 points. Lions up by 2, 17-15.
Nice drive inside from Jarius Wilson. I'm sorry, I scratched that. Samar Ferris does a good job of protecting the ball on the way up there.
Another long 3. He's in fuego. Dominic Rambo picking up where he left off a couple nights ago. He's got 13 of the Lions' 20 points and an NBA 3.
He shot that one and just started walking back. That's one of the ones he knew coming off of his hand that it was in. The Lions go on top 20-17.
And Walter thought he had the steal, and he's whistled for the reach instead.
And that is his second foul.
That will be his second foul. He'll probably will take a seat, and here comes Feimster in to get Walter.
Lions are a high fouling team. They have been in the past, not as much this year. Of course, coming out of the Red River Athletic Conference, one of the most penalized conferences in the nation. Typically, out of the top 10, 7 of them are going to be Red River teams, and the Lions are always right there with them. Very aggressive, going for the steals, and they're willing to take those fouls occasionally to get the steals.
Long 3 from Josh Minner off the mark. Rambo, he wants more. This time his block gets his own loose ball. It's going to stay right here. A good defensive move. I think that was
Wilson
with the block.
Just stood in place, played the ball well, pinned it down. Did go off of him though.
And a whistle before the inbound.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Jarius Wilson, I believe. Going to get a push before the inbound pass. And
you see there in your screen, Willie Holly.
Oh, no, actually, they're going to rule this against Remington Mitchell now. The initial consensus seemed to be that it was going to be on Jarius Wilson, but Mitchell gets called with it, so it's a turnover before the inbound.
Willie Holly, on your screen, 41 years head coach. Coaching basketball, Mid-America.
Another foul coming in here. I believe this one's also going to be on Mitchell. It is, and that's his second foul.
That's almost as old as our executive producer, John Cookman. My goodness.
So the Lions now up to 7 fouls, just not even 9.5 minutes in. It'll be all free throws from here on out for the Evangels. And when you're a team that already averages close to 100 points a game, if you can force your opponent to start fouling you early and start picking up free points from the line, that's just a cherry on top for you.
Armstrong, second one is good. This senior from Long Beach, California. Transfer from Long Beach City College. Cuts the lead back to 1. Guidry over to Rambo.
Very long three, and that one was very off target. Rambo just squared up at the top, but missed it to the right and a little bit short as well.
Ferris back in the game. Jarek Ward will take a rest. Ferris, a junior right here out of Fort Worth. Transfer from Eastfield College, went to Eastern Hills High School. Rambo works on Ferris.
And that's a very intriguing
nice
matchup.
Steal for Rambo.
Players.
Here we go again. Who's he got? He spots up Guidry. He spots up Feimster from 3. Looks good. It is good. Good release. Good coming down. Feimster, 33, hits a 3.
And just great ball movement. Stopping up, passing it both times, forcing the Evangels to drop back. They knew where they were going the whole time because Feimster knew right where to be. Right
and
back down,
answering, Reggie Davis answers with a tray of his own in the corner. The junior from Richmond, Texas. Cuts it back to 1. Rambo looks like he wants to shoot. He gets it over to Guidry. Feimster kneels on the inside, and Anadoy driving. Rambo off the glass. Rebound, Armstrong. On up ahead to Davis. He spots for 3. Front off the glass, loose ball. Rambo's got it. Feimster over to Guidry. The left-hander. Too strong. Rebound, Josh Minner.
Feimster almost comes back around and forces the turnover, but held on by Josh Minner. And Rambo knocks it loose. Picked up by Mitchell.
What hands that he has.
Pardon me,
Just has an eye for the ball, Tim. He just kind of knows where the ball's going to be dribbled at. And stripped from behind is Caleb Feimster, but it'll stay right here. Caleb Gentry will check back in for Rambo.
Yeah, the design of that play was to get down on the baseline, draw the defenders in, and get it out to Rambo. So good defense knocking it out.
Drew Erskine will check in for Tyler Guidry. Erskine, a sophomore from Victoria College.
And Andre Creer will also step in. Or he'll sit down. He'll come in a moment. Probably set to come in for Mills then.
Erskine. 6-foot guard. Gentry. Erskine will drive into the rim. Trying to hit Guidry in the corner. Deflected out of bounds. 4 seconds left in the shot clock.
Got to make something happen quick now, as Creer does now step in for Mills. And something the Lions can really do to you. They can show you such a variety of looks. Really, they have 2 viable starting point guards with Gentry and Rambo. So either of them can be in and lead this team.
We got about 4 seconds left. He's going to shoot from way downtown. and Coach Donnie Bostwick is furious with that attempt as he slams his seat on the ground, and see out of your frame Gentry saying the old "my bad" as he taps his chest.
Looks like
Gentry, he had plenty of time to get a bit closer.
It looks like Gentry lost awareness of where he was on the court, how far he had to back off to receive the inbounds pass. I don't think he knew until he let loose that, oh my goodness, I'm taking a quarter court buzzer beater here.
Ferris having all kinds of trouble, and a 5-second call. Gentry atoning for his sin on the other end. He does that all the time. He makes a mistake, and he just bears down on defense. I've seen it all last season. Here it is again. He just makes up many times the mistake he made the moment before.
Yeah, that's something this entire team is built around. Is you make a mistake, go atone for it immediately. Don't be don't be the GOAT.
Erskine for three. In and out. Offensive board. Feimster will recycle back to Erskine. A fresh 35. 7:30 left in the first half. And out of bounds off of the right foot or right leg of Feimster, trying to go baseline against the 6'7" senior from Stephen Armstrong. Not to be. Adoy's been quiet so far. He was a major factor last year in the second half of the season, number 32.
I'll tell you right now, the Gentry-Samar Ferris battle is turning something very interesting as these two players face off. Ferris, one of the biggest scorers for the Evangels. And Gentry is just
the ref letting him play. Look at this. Feimster comes away with it. About 9 players touched that ball, Tim. Feimster came away with it, and now Creer turns it over. On up ahead. Evangels are laid up and in. That's Reggie Davis.
Yeah. Lions came down too quick after a bobbled play. It's one of those times you probably should have tried to draw something up instead of hurrying it. Feimster loses control underneath, and the Lions are forcing turnovers, but they seem to be losing them at a faster rate right now. Just not taking good care of the ball.
3 ball, good. That's Angelo Lewis, scored the team's first basket. Drains the 3 from the top of the key there. 27-23. Evangels push their lead to 4. Manuel Adoy will try a 3. He's off the mark. Lions stay in that pesky man-to-man defense. And Erskine will let that one dribble out of bounds. Rambo check back in. Erskine will take a seat. I'll check that. It'll be Feimster will take a seat. So they'll go small ball, Tim. You're going to keep Gentry in, Erskine, and Rambo, 3 guards, essentially in Creer. Well, now we're going to see Walter come in for Erskine. So bringing back some height. But it looked like they're going to have 3 guards in there for a moment. But it'll be Walter.
It would have been 4 with Creer essentially, with Adoy being the only big guy. But, yeah, Walter does step in. And
I think Boston realized what he was doing and had to add 1 more substitution to make things even up. Gentry for 3. He can shoot it, and he delivers. Gentry on the mark.
That's his first points of the game. Came at a good time for the Lions, who slipped down behind by 4.
Rambo has half the team's points, 13 of 26.
Nice.
Too easy for Gentry, waiting for it. He's got Rambo if he wants him underneath. He'll wait to elect. Now he finds him in the corner. Drives in, rejected by Josh Smith. No call. Here comes Ferris, looking for a seam and a whistle. Traveling on Ferris, just got 1 step ahead of himself.
Yeah, came in for the stop. Did a good job of drawing in the defense, but I believe it looked like Reggie Davis might have just been a step behind to where he needed to be, forcing the foot to drag and the travel to be called.
Walter for 3, a long 3, and he's long off the mark. And Caleb Gentry grabbing his finger like he perhaps jammed it. Like the ball sometimes will hit your hand when you're not ready for it. It'll jam your thumb or your finger.
It looked like Creer went up top to try to get it.
And he's actually working on the sideline.
Yeah, we're going to see maybe a quick substitution here.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, Guidry will come out. Guidry will come out of the court as Gentry will take a seat and go over to the sideline.
It's his right hand. That's his shooting hand, Tim. We'll keep an eye on that.
You hope that's just a jammed finger at this point and not potentially a break.
It seemed like just a harmless loose ball, Tim, but sometimes the ball hits the finger at such an angle, it really is painful. It can cause some damage, as there's more damage done right there from beyond the 3-point line. That is Jarius Wilson, the junior from Duncanville High School. And Rambo,
Creer.
Check that, Creer returns the favor. Andre Creer just into the game, drains a 3, cuts the lead back to 1. Creer out of Fort Worth, Texas, a junior, and another 3 threes in a row. Jarius Wilson again, 2 threes in about 20 seconds for Wilson. Again, played just up the road off 67 in Duncanville, Texas. Not far from home. Creer, he may spot up another 3. No, gives it over to Adoy. Pass intercepted by Wilson.
Nice read by Guidry.
And Guidry takes it right back.
Good hustle to get back down the court to be in that position where the errant.
What's another? He may have it. Oh, it looked good coming off.
And we're going to hit the shot clock.
Top of the shot clock, so that's a turnover. And now Gentry, of course, you knew he'd come back into the game. He's a tough guy, as will Daniel Mills, to check in for Adoy and Career. Looks like it was his right thumb, Tim. He's got it taped up.
You have it taped up.
Gentry's right thumb. We'll have to see how it affects his shooting touch. Nice touch there from Samar Ferris off the glass on a difficult angle of attack there, Tim. He laid it up and in.
Yeah, off-balance shot and just had it roll in off the glass.
Rambo penetrates back out. Here's a three-point shot. It could be short. Yeah, a little bit short there. And that's a frustration foul from Gentry as he reached in easily. Does the whistle blow, and now Gentry's trying to talk it over, trying to figure out, was it really that bad? Yeah, it was a pretty obvious foul. He's whistled for foul number 2. Just has the 1 3-pointer, Tim. A slow start offensively for Caleb Gentry.
1-and-1 coming up. The Lions need to watch out at this point in the half. Just over 3 minutes remaining in a half that for a moment there it looked like they might be able to really seize control of. They've really stuttered since on offense, and the Evangelists have found some good shots from a distance. They missed the first of a 1-and-1, though. So the Lions, time to knuckle down and close this thing back in before halftime.
Walter for 3.
And at this point, the shooting percentage is not what Coach Bostwick wants to see. You know that for a fact. Too many missed shots, too many missed threes. MACU is playing a very wide defense when they're out there, engaging the Lions on the line. That comes loose, and it's going to stay here with the Evangels as Feimster will step back in for Remington Mitchell.
.21 seconds left in the shot clock. Battle inside, trying to get loose and free. If it falls, it's going to be a traveling call inside against Josh Minner, the senior from New Madrid, Missouri, a transfer from Mineral Area Community College. Had about 4 Lions all around him. He traveled. Rambo from 3. High rebound. Gentry tried to tip it in. And a whistle.
Foul.
It's going to be on Gentry.
It's going to be on Guidry.
It's going to be on Tyler Guidry.
Guidry's second foul. The Lions' foul trouble continues since.
It's going to bring Erskine back in, Tim. Gentry will take a seat.
Well, that's a move you have to make because Guidry's a guy you want in the second half. He has 2 fouls now. 2 fouls also on Gentry and Walter at this point as the Lions commit their 9th of the half. And again, they're just not really clicking right now. They're missing a lot of shots, but they're taking low percentage shots. Early on, they were really getting those good drives inside courtesy of Rambo. And MACU has tightened down the hatches there. They missed another front end of a 1-and-1, though, so no damage done for the Lions.
Walter's had a quiet half, just 2 points. He needs to get things rolling. Rambo never kind of shot he didn't like. Neither does Gentry from 3. Good. No trouble there with the thumb as he puts it in from way downtown. 33-32. The lead now just 3 with just about 2 minutes left in the first half. Rambo and Erskine giving all kinds of trouble to Davis in a strip, a steal. Here comes Rambo again, serving the situation. Up inside to Walter, too easy.
Wonderful look.
Senior leadership.
Walter started it, knocking it loose. Rambo picked it up, and as soon as he picked up the shot, every eye had to be on him. He knew it. Dished it to Walter just outside the basket for the easy lay-in. Lions cut the lead to 1, doing exactly what they need to do just before the half. Minute and a half left, and a timeout is called on the floor.
Just a 30-second timeout to try to stop this quick momentum surge by the Lions. Credit Rambo and Walter, the 3 from Gentry, just to basically not let this game get out of hand. They were down by 6, suddenly it's down just to 1. And you don't want to get down to a team that's 7-2 that averages 99 points a game. That could easily be, they're 4 points away from being 9-0, basically.
Yeah, and again, you have complete confidence in your team to rally late. We saw them do it a lot last year. We know that they can do it, but you don't want to keep on tempting fate. Watch this right here, Rambo. He identifies Walter right there, goes up, and then everyone is sold on him. He identified Walter right at the three-point line, gave him that look. Walter knew right where to be, and that's the dual threat of having one of the best players in the nation. He can score, but the moment he leaves his feet, every defender on the floor has to respect that he can score, and then he can just assist it off like that.
And if you're hungry, you may want to come out to the Schaefer Center, Tim, because the Lions have already hit 7 of the required 13. My stomach's already rumbling. 3-pointers needed for our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings to compliment everyone in the house with some free wings. So more than halfway there.
I'll tell you what, the student section would be super upset if they were at home on Christmas break and the players won
section yet. I'll take 2 coupons in. And a 3 right there from Ferris. Samar Ferris on fire.
Yeah, he has 10 points.
It's his 10 points, yeah, 10 points. He's in double figures. Rambo in trouble. Scoops, releases, dishes. Good! Bucket! Counts! High off the glass. Rambo getting congratulations from his teammates. How about that move from the senior?
Yeah, great move. Goes up, taking the hit, just dishes it in, lets it fall. Chance to cut this back to 1 with less than a minute remaining. Again, nothing like combating a 3-point shot with a 3-point play of your own. If they can complete it here. Back into the game is Daniel Mills now, as well as Drew Erskine. Rambo hits it. 1-point game.
Evangels ranked number 30 in the latest NAIA coaches poll. And they're going to wave it off as a travel
before the shot. Shot clock's at 35, game clock's at 47, so the Lions can opt to run it down real low, take a shot, and then put the pressure on MACU to try to hurry to take a last shot.
Rambo works on Ferris. He's got a step over to Feimster, spots up a 3, releases, looks good, just off the glass, but how about the offensive ball from Daniel Mills?
Beautiful.
Lays it up in the left-hand side. Great court awareness to see that ball was going to be missed. He moved, no one else did. Easy rebound, lays it up and in. Lions up by 1.
Shot clock is off as the Evangels move it down. Clock under 14 now.
Ferris.
All juggled.
Weak side rebound, a whistle.
It's going to be a push on the Lions.
With 2 seconds remaining, that'll put the Evangels.
No, the push is going to come against the Evangels.
Against the Evangels. Excuse me, it's a push against the Evangels.
Turned over.
2 seconds left. Feimster over to Rambo. He could get a shot off. He does. It could look good. It is. Oh, it looked good coming in. Wow. Rambo almost drilled that one. Instead, they'll go to halftime with a 1-point lead, 39-38. And there was about a 5 or 6 minute stretch there where the Lions looked really good. After that, they kind of struggled, but the last 2 minutes made amends.
Again, a very big turning point. They were down by 6. The Evangels were on the line, chance to put it up by 8. You see what's at stake in this game is the Lions and Evangels essentially 1 and 2. Obviously, too early in the season to really look at much of the standings. But they had that chance to go up by 8. They missed the free throws. The Lions went back down and had a 7-point swing from then on to lead by 1 going into the half.
We'll take a quick break here at the Schaefer Center. Your score 39-38. Second half action coming up here in the SAGU Sports Network. Stay tuned. You're watching SAGU Sports Live.
What is our team going to have to do to ensure a lead?
Well, first half was definitely a game of runs. They made their run. They started the game quick. We just got to bring more energy. I didn't think we came out with any intensity. We fought our way back in it. We just need to build on that.
Now, what will our offense specifically have to do to topple Mid-America's shooting ability?
I think sometimes we're settling too much from the outside. So we need to make sure we're getting the ball in the paint, playing inside out, whether that's throwing it in the post or dribbling through the paint. So we'll try to fix that second half.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Welcome back to the Schaefer Center, where the Lions lead the MACU Evangels 39-38. The Lions looking to move to 9-1 on the season, and again, coming off of perhaps the most historic season of any sport in SAGU history. They reeled off a 33-5 record. Season's midway through now, but it's always good to take one last look back at the run that was the 2012-2013 Lions. Let's sit back and look at the Lions 2012-2013 season in review.
Every year we try to look for a theme for our basketball team, and the theme is get in the wheelbarrow. A lot of people believe God can, but few believes He will. And so our goal this year is for our team to get in the wheelbarrow, all in.
Here come the goal. That's it. Game over. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? An amazing flick pass.
Up the floor, Rambo on the lob. Have mercy. And it's to the high post with Horn. Going to work. Swatted away. Swatted away by Newellway. 3-on-1. Newellway. Oh, my goodness.
It's 16 in a row, and the Lions have captured the Red River Athletic Conference. Congratulations to the Lions. 86-67 win, a berth in the NAIA tournament, the first seed in the Red River tournament.
And Southwestern Assemblies of God University will play for the title tomorrow night.
NAIA Championship, Georgetown College, Southwestern Assembly of God, Caleb Gentry behind the back, and he likes to finger roll. The Iceman could appreciate that.
They're going to know about it, and they're going to know about our God, and they do. They know something happened this year pretty special. Hopefully that taste, and that desire to get back now is there, so we can go back and win this thing next time. Yeah, that's right. That's our breakout. What's up? What's up, 3? 1, 2, 3. Brother.
Yesterday, 'cause I'm leaving it behind me.
are just 3 minutes away from the second half here at the Schaefer Center. Your score, 39-38 in favor of the Lions. But, boy, look at the rebounds differences that we're just getting killed on the boards, Tim. And overall, we're lucky to be in this game. The way you look at it, if it weren't for Dominic Rambo, we would be out of this game. Let's put it that way.
This is the stats. I mean, they fly directly towards Mid-America. They own almost every major stat in the half except for one, and we'll get to that in just a moment. And again, another reason why the Lions are definitely still in this game and leading it. The Mid-America Christian University Evangels are shooting 42% in the first half, while the Lions shooting just 38.5. They're shooting 50% from three-point range. The Lions are shooting 29%.
But pause there. 7 out of 24. We thought 20 shots was a lot for the Lady Evangels. We shot 24 in game number 2 in the first half for the men. That's a lot of three-point shots.
Have not converted very well on it either. Rebounds, again, Mid-America leads again, 24-18 overall. And most surprisingly, in my mind, 10-8 on offensive rebounds. Lions, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation, getting out-rebounded right now all the way across the board against Mid-America. The big stat, the reason that SAGU is up by 1, Mid-America has committed 14 turnovers to SAGU's 6. SAGU has a +8 turnover margin. Again, Mid-America coming in averaging a +7 turnover margin. So a complete flipping of their normal script at the moment right now, and that's what has SAGU with a 1-point advantage. Even like you said, on every other category, rebounds, shooting percentage, all that, you know, even block shots, SAGU's down 2-0. You know, they've made up for it by getting those extra possessions off of those 9 steals, which have led to 14 Evangel turnovers.
Dominic Rambo, 16 of the team's 39 points. On the other side, a real balanced attack, Tim. You've got Ferris with 10, Davis with 9, Lewis with 9, and Wilson with 8. So all within 2 points for their 5 starters. Talk about the word balance. That's balance.
That's very balanced. That's exactly how Mid-America needs to come in and win this game, is not give the Lions that one player they have to shut down. The Lions do such a good job bringing those half-court presses, bringing those traps in. As long as you can keep it balanced with 4 guys averaging 10 points a half almost, it's going to be very hard for the Lions just to pick one guy to shut down. On the Evangel side, again, they've done a good job, really, of shutting down Rambo. He got to 13 points within the first 8 minutes of this game and only had 3 from that point on. Looking at some of the biggest leads, again, not much sway. The Evangels had the biggest lead of the game at 7, and SAGU's biggest lead was 4. So not a game in which either team has ever looked like they were comfortably in charge. The Evangels had that chance we talked about to go up by 8 on the line, up by 6, but were unable to convert, and that's what led to the brief SAGU run, if you want to call it that has them up by 1.
Score tied 3 times, lead changed 3 times, and most of those were 3-pointers. We're back under play here in play into second half. Rambo over to Feemster. Gentry back to Feemster. Looking to see what's available as Evangels show a scrappy man-to-man defense. Gentry pops over and intercepted passing lane. A loose ball, Adoy grabs it. 10 the shot clock. Finds Feemster at the block, right where he should be. Easy layup. Not how he drew it up, but we'll take it on the first possession of the second half.
Great job by Adoy preventing the turnover there, battling for the ball, and then just having the awareness to get it down to Feemster. Short shot won't go, but an offensive rebound. They are 11th of the game, and a tip-in. Call it their 12th right there.
Josh Smith, the junior from Venus, Texas.
Punches it in on the 3rd opportunity of that trip down the court. Here's Gentry off the mark.
Here comes Wilson on the right side, picked up by Feemster. Stripped away by Walter. Rambo now on the right side. He's got Feemster on the left. He's looking for him. Now he'll work his way over to Feemster. Gives it instead to Walter. A long 3. Caleb tracks it down, out of bounds, will be Mid-America. Rambo was just trying to find Feemster the ball, but just couldn't get it to him, so he gave it to Walter, had a wide open 3. Those tend to fall when Walter gets a good clean look. That one just a bit short. Evangels back with the ball, trailing by 1 in a really close game here.
And I'm not going to say it's going to be the deciding factor, and the Lions have proven along with this before. They won a game last year in which they shot 25% on the game, but you don't feel like the Lions are going to really pull this off if they shoot 29% again from three-point range. They need to limit those shots and try to get back to driving inside, or they need to find their stroke from beyond the arc.
Inside rebound, up and in again. Josh Smith, his 4th point of the second half.
Another second chance opportunity, and the Evangels have the lead. Lions giving up offensive rebounds the way they usually take them.
Walter in the paint, out to Feimster. Drives, pops back out, sees Rambo. Another look from Rambo, or to Walter. Likes to go inside off the glass. Too strong, a rebound. Reggie Davis, and here come the Evangels. And Rambo is trying to give Ferris all he can handle as he brings the ball up the court. And now a steal from Walter, up ahead to Rambo. Lays it up and in. Credit Jonathan Walter with the quick hands on that one.
Walter and Rambo have both been doing a really good job of aiding each other in picking up steals in this game. Rambo pulling a nice move there, going down and then slowing down just enough at the end to dare the defender to try to come in and foul him, attempt to make the three-point play. Evangels very wisely opt to pull off of that one and just let the inevitable happen.
Lions in that zone defense.
Almost
packing it in. Here comes Walter on the break. Spots up Guidry, the left-hander. Ferris off the weak side.
Does a good job of boxing.
Stops, pops from 3, too strong. High rebound. Who wants it? Pops back out to Ferris again. No reset. Fresh 35. Guidry guards Ferris. Davis drives in, and I don't know how they're going to call a foul on Feimster. It wasn't even facing the defender. We'll see who it's on. It is going to be on Caleb Feimster, whose back was actually turned to the offensive player. But I guess it was one of those odd blocking calls, Tim. It's not usually you see a blocking call where both players are facing the basket.
And now Mid-America will go to the line. They make the first one, and all their points in the second half have come off of second chance opportunities, turning the offensive rebound game against the Lions right now. They need to find a way to box out and keep Mid-America from continuing to just rack up these offensive rebounds without much of a problem. A lot of these are just falling right into their hands.
Too strong. Caleb Gentry just checked in with the rebound. Up ahead to Guidry. Back to Caleb. Adoy's trying to flash open underneath. Can't find a Mills in the game. Over to Rambo. Crossover move, resets. Now 20 in the shot clock. Rambo's trying to find Adoy. Instead shoots up a 3. Rebound, Mid-America. We're tied at 43. And Mills going all out on the dive. Off his finger, apparently, off his hand, and
well, I think Rambo poked it loose. So Mills was trying to corral it in before it went out. Adoy will hit the bench, and Remington Mitchell will step in.
Adoy struggled, Tim. He's got no points, just 2 rebounds and 1 turnover. And a downtown 3 from Jarius Wilson puts the Evangels up by 3. Mills gets it back to Guidry. There's Remington. Mitchell, number 40. Rambo working on Davis. 13 in the shot clock. Mills over to Guidry. Looking for some room, for some spacing, and he'll drive right, pop back out to a wide open Remington Mitchell. Good from 18, Remington Mitchell. The freshman from Mansfield High School cuts the lead to 1.
Lions finally doing a good job of getting that ball movement back they had early in the first half. The Evangels doing such a good job of coming out and combating them one-on-one. And just another beautiful shot. Reggie Davis hits the 3. Nothing going wrong for the Evangels right now. Rambo quickly down the court.
That's an NBA move right there, folks. You just saw an NBA-style drive to the basket as he dished between 2 defenders, laid it up and in. The quickness, the speed, the senior doing it again for Coach Bostwick, Dominic Rambo.
The Lions need to start really stretching out this MACU defense again, though. They've been doing a very good job of taking them on one by one.
Nice pass inside to Stephen Armstrong, unable to finish. Lions will reset. Rambo drives left side this time, off the glass. That one doesn't fall, but tipped in is Mitchell again. Remington Mitchell, 5 straight points. Well, in between the Rambo lay-in, 5 of the last 7 points. Remington Mitchell off the bench, giving the Lions a spark.
Yeah, does a great job of finishing through on that play. That's that follow-through that Coach Bostwick loves to see, that you identify the ball. Lions, another quick defensive rebound. Swatted away.
But good hustle from Mills. Rambo light up a 3. Too strong, weak side rebound. Mitchell going to call him over the back. Remington Mitchell with a push, weak side. We'll give the ball back over to the Evangels as 3 Evangels will check into the game.
You know, when you're 6'8", you're technically always over their back. So it's a tough one if you're Remington Mitchell to take. But Lions doing better the last few possessions.
More energy.
More energy and driving back inside. Now, that time it didn't work out. Gentry got a shot blocked, but not just taking those 3-pointers. They really can wear this defense out. They can. This is a very good passing team. There's no reason to just take those shots.
Lewis, no good.
Might have got deflected on the way up.
Transition. They've got numbers if they want them. Rambo into the paint. Dishes behind his back over to Mills, stripped away.
And wow, everything seemed to go wrong. Josh Minner had his man who fell down. So Minner just split the middle. Minner just ended up splitting the middle. The defenders had to give way, and he gets the easy layup.
Nice move from Rambo. Stopped at the block. And here comes Mills, looking for help. Finds Guidry. 17 on the shot clock. Into the paint, and a whistle, and a reach in. They're going to call that.
It's going to be on Minner.
On number 34, it's Rodney Young.
Oh, 34. 33. Oh, it was 34.
34, Rodney Young whistled. He's a senior from Lawton, Oklahoma.
And
it's his first.
Just the first foul of the half for the Evangels. They have not had much foul trouble at all. The Lions just shot 3 free throws in the entire first half. Lions still standing at 2 after committing 10 in the first half. Needs to get that in.
Gonna have to hurry. Now you got 10 seconds to get it across the line. Feemster can handle the ball. Gets it back out to Gentry with 25 on the shot clock. Slashing into the paint is Walter. Too strong off the rim. On up ahead to Ferris. He may finish it himself with a nifty athletic move. He does. Shielding the ball with his own body from Rambo, who gave chase, and that results in a timeout from the SAGU bench. They're down by 4, 53-49, and Mid-America not going away. Here it is. You see, watch the shield. Nothing Rambo can do right there.
And right now for the Lions, you know, definitely no reason to panic yet. But this is a moment that you want to rally back together. The half is about to hit the midway point, and you have not been playing that well. You just have not been playing that well. You've allowed Mid-America to hang with you. The thing that's really killing you right now is the way Mid-America was supposed to be able to beat you was to come in here and drop 99, 102, something like that on you. Instead, with 12:40 left, they're just at 53 points. Mid-America is not putting on an offensive show at all right now, and the Lions still find themselves down by 4. A lot of sloppy offensive play, not really converting on the opportunities they need to. So it's a good call, timeout by Bostwick. Try to get his guys to, I wouldn't say settle down. They're not really antsy. Just get them to refocus and play some better basketball.
Rambo wears number 20. He has 20. Looking to add more here. Gets over to Feemster. A long 3. Good.
That was needed. That was needed right there. Feemster, nothing but net. And just simply drawn up play. And Rambo's going to get called for a foul here. Looks like it really should have been called on the 3-point line that he stumbled over, but Rambo was the one nearest to it. He'll pick up his second foul. Mid-America thought for a moment it might have been in the act of shooting, but this is not the NBA. You can't take 12 steps, take a shot, and then get the foul.
And
a jump ball.
Triple teamed Angelo Lewis. A jump ball between Lewis and Gentry. The ball will stay right here Lions now in a man-to-man defense. And over to Minner. Inside to Lewis. Wide open three, way off the mark. Adoy with the rebound. Here comes Rambo. He's got Feemster on the left if he wants him. There he is. Spots up three. It's good. Oh, it looked like it was good halfway down. I guess I should wait till it goes through the net. Boy, it looked good even as it was near and in the rim.
That's technically when they actually rule it good, so you might want to wait for that.
Now, blocking foul. Now, that's one of the rules. That's a new rule into effect. It's going to be a lot more difficult for the defender to get that call the way they've changed the rules this year in the NAIA. And that's going to really impact the ability for guys like Rambo and other slashers to penetrate, get the whistle, and get to the line.
Yeah, that right there is one of those that last year would have been a charge, almost no doubt, but they've really you know, tightened up what the defense is allowed to do.
You have to be set before the offensive player makes his move into the paint, is how Coach Bostwick described it to me before the game. So it's basically, he said, basically the virtual word is impossible to get a charge called against you or for you when you're guarding Dominic Rambo. He used the word impossible. He's just too good because he'll make that slip move, that slide move, and once you're not directly in front of him, you're going to get that whistle right there.
And that's something that hurts Bostwick, too. Bostwick loves preaching the charge, and he teaches his players to take it, and so obviously he has to change up his strategy a little bit, too, because that's so much of his strategy is stand your ground, take that hit. But, yeah, you have to have received a telegram a minute and a half before to know to stand your ground practically, but that's the way they've opted to go.
Now, looky here, a little full court press.
It works.
And it works. Rambo, an easy two off the steal from Gentry and Walter with the combo steal. They're going to keep up the pressure again.
The Lions just spring this on you out of nowhere. It's almost a surprise when it comes. That's going to go loose. They're waiting for the call.
They're going to keep it here. They're going to keep it here with 24 left in the shot clock. They're going to say it went off a SAGU hand. Josh Davis will check back in for the Evangels, as will Reggie Davis. Armstrong and Minner will take a seat. 11-12 left.
That quick strike ability for the Lions is so huge. Just putting up 4 points like that out of nowhere. And like I said, when you have a defense that can steal like that, moving screen, and it's going to be turned over. Lions will get the ball back.
Jarius Wilson whistled for the moving screen. And I'm officially upset. My Colts, is it over?
No, it's not. I was showing that it was good news. They were down by like 24 a minute ago, and now they're down by 10.
Yeah, those who are multitasking are probably watching the game as well. And my beloved Colts are way behind.
Just 10 points.
Against Kansas City.
Lions up by 3 here, though.
Walter into the paint, nearly stripped over to Feemster. Back over to Gentry, into the... Well, in and back out again to Feemster, and Feemster misses a wide-open 3. Gentry thought about taking it.
Lions are getting the Evangels to move again.
There's a wide-open 3. Davis, short, big rebound from Gentry.
The Evangels were just being able to set back into their spot and then
come
up
go the
face
distance,
of defenders.
Stop and pop from 12. Rebound Davis. Here come the Evangels trailing by 3 with 10:15 remaining in the ball game. They average 99, as you said, Tim, way off their mark. That shot's on the mark, though. That's Reggie or Angelo Lewis, who opened up the game with a quick basket to start this first half, or start the first half. He now has 11. 1-point game. Rambo lurking.
It would definitely take a crazy run or a couple of overtimes.
Here's Adoy. Finally gets it inside. He gets the whistle. He'll go to the line. He's been quiet all day, but he found a seam there, and Feemster got it to him in a hurry.
And actually waiting for the rule here. I think it's going to be on the floor. They're going to call that on the floor. So it will be inbounded.
He at least tried to act like he was shooting. He fooled me. They are going to call that on the floor. That's only the 4th foul. That's the 4th foul from Mid-America.
Fouls have played very little factor in this game so far. Lions did send Mid-America to the line a bunch in the first, but
an offensive rebound. Feemster over to Gentry for 3. Lions loose ball, and this time it's Walter chasing down the offensive board. He drives, soft touch. Jonathan Walter delivers for the Lions.
Big basket right there. You don't want to see those two offensive rebounds go to waste, and Walter does just that, goes up high, sinks the layup.
And that's going to be a whistle on Rambo as he was getting a bit greedy.
That's his third foul of the game, so with 9:12 remaining, that's a little bit of danger right there, especially because Rambo loves to play so aggressively, loves to get those steals. You don't want to have him having to back off, especially in a game you're only up by 3.
Now here's the steal on overhead to Rambo. 2 defenders, no problem. Dominic Rambo playing like the player he is, last year's National Player of the Year, has no fear when he goes into the lane on a fast break. Doesn't matter if 2 guys are on him. He lays it up and in. Lions up by 5. And now let's see if that defensive pressure kicks in. If Feimster lets that one go, that's Josh Mitter. Let's see here if the Lions can just turn up the intensity. Right here, you're about an 8-minute mark. You're up by 3. There's a target on your back. Every team wants the bragging rights of knocking you off, especially in the home court, so you know Evangels are not going to go away. Walter
somehow saves that.
Doy.
And a foul coming in on Minner.
Good hustle.
Walter somehow keeps his eyes on that one, and he really had the tightrope to stay in bounds to save it. Foul comes in. And that's on Minner. That's his first foul, the 5th foul of the half on the Evangels. More than anything, too, realize you're playing in a new conference. And this is an established conference. This is a well-respected conference all over the NAIA. And I think the general consensus is you don't want the new kid on the block to come in and take a conference title.
True.
I mean,
this is a good point.
Somebody's got to win it, and you always hope it's you, but you're really kind of hoping it's not the new kid on the block with a bit of an attitude coming in to take a Texas team winning the Sooner Conference. I mean, that would just be, there's something blasphemous about that.
Well, these teams, Tim, have played 4 times the last 10 years, splitting 2-piece. They last played in 2011 in Oklahoma City. Evangels won that game 102-98. They also won in 2010 in Oklahoma City, 77-69.
Gentry gets it off. It's a 2-point basket, but it's a beautiful one as he was being pressured, went to the ground, just found a way to make it happen. Under 8 to play now, Lions up by 5.
The last time the Lions won a game against Mid-America, 2005, 80-71.
Foul coming in on Gentry here. That's his 3rd foul. It's going to send the Evangels to the line.
You were in grade school at the time.
I think I was a bit older than that, but you can go with that if you want to.
Okay, we'll call it high school. I'll give you high school.
So now you're looking at the 2 star guards for the Lions, Rambo and Gentry. 7.5 remaining, in a little bit of foul trouble. Obviously, it's not until you get to 4 that you really panic and have to worry about it. But these are 2 guys that live by playing aggressively, by diving, by making steals. And the next time they go in to try to get that steal could be the crucial 4th foul that has them sitting to the last 3 minutes. Misses the first, makes the second. Timeout is called by the Evangels as they cut the lead to 4.
Willie Hawley wants to talk it over. 41 years at the helm. Mid-America Christian University calls a timeout. They are down just by 4 in a tight-knit game. Go either way. Average 99, nowhere close tonight, stuck at 58 right now. So credit the defense for the Lions, but also, as you mentioned, Tim, the offense has, to use a word, sputtered. And, you know, maybe they've taken too many 3-point shots where they could have, you know, pushed the ball inside. Adoy's been quiet. He gets more shots off usually. That could be a factor. But bottom line is, the Lions are in a battle, in a real battle against a team that is receiving votes nationally, number 30 in the polls. So this team is definitely no slouch.
Really, MACU is in the same position SAGU was last year.
Absolutely.
SAGU started off just outside the periphery, had to fight their way in, win some big games against ranked teams to get that respect into the top 25 and then work their way into the top 10 by the end of the year.
And a whistle on Reggie Davis.
If you're the Evangels, going into Waxahachie and beating the #3 team in the nation would probably be enough that come Monday when the next polls come out, you'll be in the top 25. So this is a very big game for them. Obviously, Coach Bostwick loves to say the only ranking that matters is the last one. But it's never too early to get in the top 25. Oh, and Gentry, that's huge.
Gentry on
that's his
offensive foul.
And he collects 2 fouls in about 15 seconds. He's at the dreaded 4. Here comes Walter. Gonna pull Gentry out of the game. You have to now with just 7:23 remaining. Got to save him for later on. Big offensive foul, turning the ball over and losing one of your star players for at least a few minutes here. Lions forced a quick
side the backboard. Good defense from Southwestern. Guidry will bring it up. Every possession beginning to really matter now. Rambo nearly lost the handle on that one. Ferris chasing him down. 20 in the shot clock. Now picked up for a moment by Angelo Lewis. That was a mismatch. Guidry, or check that, Remington Mitchell trying to work underneath. Guidry tries to get it to Mitchell, and a whistle. He stepped out of bounds. A very poor offensive set that time.
Yeah,
nothing seemed to be in sync there.
Mid-America matched up really well that time, kept the Lions from getting those crisp passes off. When the Lions can get Mid-America moving, running back and forth, that's when they open their lanes. Mid-America, if they can just stay in their zone, stay in their spot, that's when they can really shut down the Lions. Overthrown, and Guidry corrals it in. So the Lions move it right back down. Evangels now have missed a couple of big opportunities. The Lions turning it over on some offensive fouls, on a bad pass that landed out of bounds. And they're unable to capitalize, still down by 4 as we approach the 6-minute mark in this game.
Lions only have 1 3-pointer the second half. Rambo looks like he wants to take one. You can see him sizing up the rim. He's got a mismatch here. Gets it over to Walter, to Guidry. Stops and pops. No good. A rebound, Evangels. It's Minner. Ferris working through traffic, steps behind the 3-point line. A little too strong. Friendly rebound right into the arms of Angelo Lewis, and he'll go to the line. Looks like Mills or Mitchell had it tipped, but it landed up in Lewis's lap.
Yeah, they had a chance to pull that one in, but again.
And looky here, he's forced to bring Gentry back in, along with Feemster and Adoy. So Bostwick going with his starters, apparently, to wrap up these last 5 minutes.
At this point, you're getting into that 5-minute mark where if you lose Gentry due to fouls, might as well lose them now. No reason to hold them out until 2.5 minutes. You put your best players in during crunch time, and under 6 minutes remaining, that's what it is now. He pulled them out that 1.5 minutes, and the 5 that walked onto the court to start this game are now out there.
And they'll probably go the distance.
More than likely.
Gentry fouls out. Unless there's also some defensive moves. You know, it's a free throw point back and forth. But here we are, folks. We are 3-point lead if you're the Lions. Can you hold on against a scrappy Mid-America team trying to upset you, the number 3 team in the nation?
Again, not just scrappy, but good. This Mid-America team is good.
That's good. That's good. Feemster from the assist from Rambo puts the Lions back up by 6. Off the glass. No, what? Way up in the air is Rambo for that rebound. And now you want to start talking about milking the clock a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little.
I don't think this is milking the clock more than just taking your time, drawing a play up. Rambo does not fall. There's going to be a foul. It's going to stay here.
It's a great play by Feemster. Here's what happened. He didn't have position. With the ball up in the air, he got position, and then number 23, Angelo Lewis, reached over. Didn't have to because Feemster was falling back out of bounds. But the aggressive Lewis reached over into Feemster.
It's the 7th foul, so this is going to be
committed.
1-and-1.
Huge play. Big hustle play from Feemster.
Big free throws here. Got to hit this first one. Chance to get an 8-point lead. It goes. We mentioned in the first half that 6-point lead that MACU had. They had free throws. Chance to go up by 8, missed them. Now here are the Lions. Chance to go up by 8 with 5:10 remaining. These would be huge if he could knock down both of these.
He's got it. He's got it. By faith, I declare it. He's got it.
It took a tour of every side of the rim. Rambo knocks it loose.
Which way? It's going to stay right here.
It's going to stay right here. It went straight out of bounds off of his hit. Lions playing aggressively. Trying to get a steal that could really, really hurt Mid-America.
Inbound.
Mid-America needs a score this time down the court.
Inside to Lewis.
Fights his way in. Angelo Lewis backs his way in, collects his 14th points of the night. Again, 14, 13, 12, and 12 up there on the board right now for Mid-America, just spreading the scoring around. Still very much in this one, just under 5 minutes remaining. Rambo almost loses it, somehow keeps it.
And a timeout on the floor, heads up by the coaching staff to call a timeout. Rambo was in trouble, got it to Adoy, but by that time, Bostwick called a timeout, and a good one it was, as we're at 4:43 mark. Your score is 67-61. Tim, Rambo's had, can I use this word, a quiet 10 points in the second half.
Yeah, it really has. He hasn't had a, he's had a, well, don't forget, 4 of those came in the process of about 6 seconds. He really hasn't blown up the world yet. Just
with
sort of
his huge three-point bombs.
I mean, again, no one really has in this game. This is a game that you expected, if this was going to be a close game, it was going to be, at this point, a 94-90 game.
Absolutely.
That's what we were expecting. If it's going to be close, you felt like if MACU was at 61, you feel like the SAGU third stringers would be in right now, get a little bit of practice. But the Evangels have shown that they not only have an offense that can put 100 on you on some nights, they got a defense that while it gives up 87 points a game, is holding a very good SAGU offense right now to 67. Has kept their three-point shot off kilter all night long. And again, MACU showing that 9-2 record is definitely not a fluke right now, as they are going toe-to-toe with the Lions on every front.
Well, and again, you don't want to just credit a team that misses shots from three-point land as, oh, they had a bad game. Credit the defense for just getting in their head sometimes. A couple of missed shots early, you rush the release and three-point shot. There's a whole body rhythm of releasing a three-pointer, and that when you're in rhythm, you're in rhythm. And when you're not, even when you're open, you may not make it because you're just not releasing it freely.
Yeah, and this has not been MACU just dropping back and letting the Lions miss their own shot. They have been coming out to challenge them, going face-to-face with the Lions. And he said when they can settle into their defense and the Lions can't get them to move, they're so hard to score on. So the Lions need to get some crisp passing going here to spread this defense out, catch them out of position. Shot clock down to 4. They have to get a shot off. Walter's got to shoot this.
He's got to shoot it.
And a foul.
Bailed out as the buzzer sounded. Walter was hit as he released. So it's a good, clean call, but a fortunate call as the shot clock was down to nothing.
Yeah,
and the ball was released in the air.
Again, it was hard to see how much the foul influenced the shot, but it missed the rim, so it would have been a shot clock violation had there been no foul. Walter hits the first, trying to make this back to an 8-point lead.
Smooth stroke. One of the best strokes on the team, Jonathan Walter.
As a defensive player, you have to identify the shot clock as well. As an offensive player, you have to get that shot off. As a defensive player, you got to know, hey, I can't bail these guys out. Gentry had a chance to get it.
Fouled. He was fouled.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped and then fell on a little bit. The floor just moved beneath him.
He's going to have to push a little bit. 4:15 left. You're down by 7.
Adoy fighting for it, can't get the steal. Now there's a whistle and a timeout called by the Evangels. That's a good timeout. You got 3 remaining. Go ahead and call this one now, because that was a possession that was looking very tentative. And I believe, again, Coach Hawley, I think he's been around the block a few times, 41 years of coaching. He knows how to coach a game like this. He knows that this is a vital possession. You miss here, the Lions will run the clock under 4 minutes, chance to go up by 9, maybe 10 points. You need points on this possession. You can't afford to just throw it away on reckless play.
The lowest point total in a single game for the Evangels, 89, and that was an 89-79 win back on December 3rd against Langston. And right now the Lions have held them to 61. Tim, they are 28 points below their lowest outpoint total so far, with just over 4 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, no,
hats off to the Southwestern defense.
Absolutely, they have done an amazing job. Again, SAGU does this like none other. We see it time and time again. I believe our best example last year was when Our Lady of the Lake came in to this gym, averaging around 103 points a game, number 2 in the nation, and they scored like a paltry 85. Yeah. And they got that, some of that they just got late with second, third stringers in.
Yeah.
It was, so this defense can make you play at a level that can drive you crazy. to Mid-America's credit, they are not playing like they're being driven crazy. They are playing with very good aggressiveness still. They're not playing like a team that usually scores 100, being frustrated by this. They understand they're going against a good defense, and they're keeping their heads up and playing very strong as we hit the 4-minute mark.
Davis in trouble, out to Angelo Lewis from well beyond the three-point arc, and he drills it in. Angelo Lewis, the senior from Detroit, Michigan, a transfer from Western Oklahoma State College, cuts the lead to 4.
Big points there. Walter drives in off balance.
No whistle, a lot of contact there. On up ahead, fast break, Feimster.
No whistle here.
Really fouled an offensive player. No whistle again, and this time Rambo will now bring it up. That could have about 3 or 4 fouls called
on either end, but they're just letting them play, so it's silence on even terms at this moment.
Feimster. Inside to Walter.
Blocked.
Tipped. But a whistle.
A foul called against Stephen Armstrong. He got the block. Who's the foul going to come against?
It is
against Armstrong. Looked like he might have had a clean block, but it was called a push. So I don't know if it was something that might have occurred before the block actually occurred. He got the block and then made contact with the body, so it almost happened simultaneously. It's one of those issues where if you've knocked the ball loose with the block, the body shot doesn't mean anything, but if it came at the same time as the block, then it is a foul. So just a close call there. The ref, the whistle goes SAGU's way. Walter hits the first chance to put this back up by 6.
70-point mark. Lions are there, 70-64. And now a quick whistle.
That's going to come against Feimster, and that'll be
and they're in the bonus, so they'll shoot a 1-and-1. One more foul against Mid-America, and that'll put Southwestern in the double bonus, and 2 more fouls committed by the Lions will put the Evangels in the double bonus. So both teams nearing that spot where 1-and-1 becomes irrelevant. He misses the front end. That's a huge miss.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to call it. There's still plenty of time left, but mark that as potentially devastating for the Evangels.
Ferris can remember all he can handle, and he is finally fouled by Reggie Davis, who was giving some help.
No, wait, they're going to discuss this. They're going to discuss this. They're going to call it a travel.
They're going to change the call.
The ref on the right side of the court had it ruled a foul, but the ref down low apparently had a better angle, came in and overruled him and called it a travel.
Okay.
So the Evangels have a huge miss on a 1-and-1. That gives SAGU a chance to increase their lead, but a travel gives it back. Less than 3 minutes left, SAGU up by 6.
Rambo shadows Ferris, who drains a 15-footer from the side. Leads cut to 4, 2:40 left here at the Schaefer Center. First game, the spring season of the SAGU Sports Network. The only school in the NAIA offering high-definition broadcasting on the web. And another close one developing here in Waxahachie.
Rambo goes up and gets the foul.
He split 2 defenders and was hammered. He'll go to the line looking for point number 27 and 28.
Again, just great awareness, getting inside to a position. That wasn't great scoring position. He knew he didn't have much of a chance to make that layup, but he knew he had a great chance to get fouled. On another note, that is Jarius Wilson's 4th foul, so he is in foul trouble. He has 12 points on the game, has been a consistent danger from beyond the 3-point arc. You know, I say consistent. He hasn't, you know, he has 12 points. It's not like he's lit up the night, but with Mid-America, they just got a consistent team. And so you have to fear them all, and that would be a big loss if they were to lose him in the final 2 minutes.
First free throw good.
Oh, we got something here.
Let's see what's going on here. Could be a technical foul. A technical foul was called, so Feimster's going to go to the line and shoot.
Very interesting. Well,
and the ref's talking over with Coach Holly.
And that's Jarius Wilson's 5th foul. So he is out of the game now as Feimster will shoot.
Was it a technical or was it a pushing?
You know, it was a technical foul called in between the play. I saw the refs talking, gesturing like maybe putting his hands on his shoulders. It's possible. Again, Wilson had just been called for the previous foul. As Feimster hits both of these, Wilson had just been called for the previous foul, was obviously upset about it, was pleading his case to the referee. It's possible that he went and touched a referee. I didn't see it happen myself, but that seemed to be the indication given by the referee, was that he might have touched a referee. Huge mistake for the Evangels as they commit a foul, send Rambo to the line for 2, and then commit a technical foul, lose one of their best players, and now the Lions, if they make this, have completed a 4-point trip down the court and are back up by 8.
Huge developments here.
Mental error, no matter which way you look at it.
And now turnover here. Lions now looking to put this on ice. Feimster backs it back out. Walter over to Rambo. And they want to milk the clock a little bit. Near the 2-minute mark, you're up by 8.
And again, that's just one of the moments you got to keep your composure. If you're going to be a top 25 team in the NAIA, you got to keep your composure.
Money, game. Wow, 77-66, Rambo with 31.
You kind of felt it coming. You've been so quiet. You knew he had a dagger in his back pocket somewhere.
And they're going to call a foul, a blocking foul on Emmanuel Adoy. Again, last year, that may have been a charge. He looked pretty set to me, but these rules are really tight now. Tough to get a call on defense. That'll send Samar Ferris to the line.
Yeah, one of those situations, again, with the new rule, it's just going to be very murky to ever decide when there is a charge, because we've seen a couple tonight on both ends where it really looked like the defender did everything they needed to do, but rules are rules, and new rules are the toughest.
Ferris off the back of the rim. The Lions' largest lead of the night comes with just about a minute 32 left, just over a minute 30, minute 32 exactly left in the ball game. The Lions taking command here at the Schaefer Center, a timeout on the floor. The Lions just finding a way, scrapping, clawing some key baskets, an unusual turn of events. Again, describe what happened with the free throws and the technical foul.
Again, Rambo's lining up for the second free throw. We hear the whistle coming. We saw the tee. No one knew who was on it first, but again,
it was on Wilson, wasn't it?
It was on Wilson eventually. Again, it counts as his 5th foul. So I did not initially see anything on the court, but the indication I got just from looking at the refs discussing it was that he may have, while pleading his case with the referee, laid a hand on him, and that's just a no-no. Any sport you play, you cannot put your hand on the referee.
Here's the 3 from Rambo.
And essentially that sparked a 7-0 run for the Lions. The Evangels had just done a good job of squelching out the Lions' attempts, had cut the lead to 4, had ended up fouling Rambo while he drove inside. Again, it was kind of a desperation move on Rambo, knowing he couldn't get a shot off. Drew the foul, and bang, 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 7-0 run, 11-point deficit, and it looks like it's probably going to be too much for Mid-America to overcome.
The score was 70-66 around that point, and look at the score now, 77-67. And
obviously the Evangels will be in
full court press mode.
Full court press, try to get the steal and then commit the quick foul. The Lions have been shooting pretty good from the line tonight, so as long as you get one of 2, you should be fine.
And a push called against Gentry. That's his 5th.
My goodness. No, that is a complete mental error. Gentry has just fouled out of the game and turned the ball. This is one of those times let him throw the ball in. Just do whatever you can. Mid-America has to foul you. You don't have to foul them. And so just like that, the Lions have creaked the door open just this much. They let them get the 1 point and then commit just not a smart offensive
quick 3 here. You have a little bit of life. Feimster gets the weak side rebound, cycles out to Guidry.
Mid-America will back off, but they really do need to foul here pretty quick, play some aggressive ball, try to get a turnover, and they do.
They do.
They do. Wow, my goodness.
They got numbers. They won it. 4-on-3. Ferris. Looks like a travel there. They didn't call it. Davis into the paint. Out to Lewis. Good. And the lead is cut to 7 with 56.5 remaining in the ball game. So it's not over, but now becomes a game of free throws and taking care of the ball when you have the, when it's your time to have the possession.
I mean, mental errors at the moment. A mental error seemed to have buried Mid-America for good with that
kick out.
Technical foul. Yeah, just amazing job.
Spotted it up. That could have been a foul called right there.
Drawing them in and dishing it out. But you have that mental error, but then if you're Lions, you're up by 10. Just dish the ball in, take the foul, whatever. Gentry trying to make too much happen on that play, trying to get the separation, trying to be able to get it and run some clock off. Draws his 5th foul. He's gone. And so, like you said, the door has been open just a bit. Of course, then the Lions did force the miss, went down, and in the midst of a scrum, could not keep control of the ball, could not get a foul called. So now very, very important inbounds play here. You need to inbound the ball, protect it, and let Mid-America foul you.
Now checking into the game for Guidry is Drew Erskine, the sophomore, 6-foot sophomore from Victoria, Texas. Perhaps for his free throw shooting abilities, although Guidry's a good free throw shooter in his own right. That's Erskine in the ball game. It'll be Walter inbounding. 57.2. They put about a second back on the clock. Timeout. Walter's got to burn a timeout. They've got maybe one left. 2 timeouts remaining for the Lions and 2 timeouts as well for the Evangels, so they'll regroup again.
Mid-America just swarming on defense, forcing that timeout. Like I said, that's just really good defense, and they have completely forced the issue here. As just moments ago, it really felt like this one was in the bag for the Lions, and now, again, make one more mistake, make a poor inbounds pass, and this is a 2-score game.
It's not over yet.
So now the Lions.
It's unlikely they'll come back with, statistically speaking, to overcome a 7-point deficit with 50-some seconds left is.
But so far, their defense has shown no signs on the inbounds play of letting the Lions just get open. They've been doing a very good job of sticking with their men and not letting the inbounds pass get in. Obviously, it already had the one. They had forced the offensive foul. So Lions just around 57 seconds away from putting this one away.
The shot clock hadn't been reset yet, or I should say the game clock's not reset yet. There's still 4 minutes left in timeout.
The players ran out there and started
ready to
moving.
play basketball. Refs are ready, players are ready, so let's just play, and there's still 10 seconds left to go in the timeout. So now we're set. 57.2 seconds remaining. Walter will inbound the ball. He's got to get rid of it. Does to Rambo in the corner. And a foul.
No, it's just going to be Rambo lost it, but Ferris couldn't reel it in, and that's going to be Lions ball. So again, another inbounds pass. Only 2 seconds came off the clock there.
In the corner.
Evangel's playing furious defense.
Needs some help. He's got to get rid of it. And Rambo goes way high to corral that one in. And a steal, a near steal, loose ball.
And the Lions stepped out of bounds.
It's as good as a steal. It'll give the Evangels the ball back with 48.2 left. They need a quick 3 and a quick steal.
That's one of those times you have to understand the way Mid-America's playing, and you haven't been too great holding the ball yet either. Just be safe with it. Make them foul you. Don't try to burn an extra 5-6 seconds. Lions letting this remain a game right now. Quick drive in. It's a 5-point ball game.
The glass. They like to go for the quick 2 and a quick timeout. They have 1 timeout left. That's a good, strong move from Reggie Davis, the junior from Richmond, Texas, out of Fort Bend Travis High School. And this league's only 5. It's one of those not quite comfortable yet moments yet, Tim.
By no means comfortable at this point. You've failed on 3 consecutive inbounds plays. You had the foul, you had the time you had to burn a timeout, And now, here you are, again, another, and then you had the turnover right there, essentially, on the inbounds play, where you may try to make too much happen.
Yeah.
Just be safe with it, get across the line if you can, but instead of trying to dish it out, trying to pass it forward, and the Evangels are on a 6-0 run right now. This game appeared over at 77-66 with a minute and a half left. They've gone on a 6-0 run in the last 45 seconds, and they are very much in this. The way their defense is looking, the Lions just got to get this in bounds. And then remember, they got to make their free throws. Just because they get fouled, 45 seconds is a very long time when you're only up by 5 points. You got to get down there and make your free throws. But first and foremost, get the ball in and don't turn it over.
So both teams drawing up their respective plans. And we've lost, if you're the Lions, you've lost Caleb Gentry. He's not at your disposal. Great defender, reliable shooter, usually a smart, heady player. Made a mistake here at the end that cost him the chance to play in this basketball game. So it'll be Walter, Feimster, Adoy, Erskine stays in the court, and of course the co-National Player of the Year, Dominic Rambo. Walter will set to inbound the ball with 41.8 and long pass up ahead to Rambo, and he is stripped before he can shoot, but that is already exceeding the 10th foul, so he'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
And you really kind of saw them drawing that play up. Rambo positioning himself up top. Generally, you want to bring him down low so you can move around. As soon as he is positioned up top, you had a good feeling the Lions were going to say, you know what, forget all this go underneath business. Let's go up top, see what Rambo can do with it. Now some very crucial free throws here. You make both. It's a 3-possession game. You at least want to get one, so it's a 2 3-pointer game. First one does not go, so now the second one becomes crucial. This becomes a very crucial point. All you can do is keep this a 2-possession game, but at least then you would kind of force Mid-America's hand on what they would have to do. But again, they've been pretty good from 3-point range all night. I'm not sure if you want to force them into that position.
Point number 32 goes in for Rambo. The lead is 6. Spin move from Ferris, loses the ball. Let's come back with
noting
long 3 from Davis. Offensive rebound, put back, it's up and in.
It's a 4-point game.
And here it is, again, downtown, Feimster.
Wide open.
Hesitates, lays it up and in. And now Evangels quickly back down the court. Ferris over, intercepted by Adoy, and
there's a
grab
foul
from behind. Josh Minner with the call. 15.5 left. Lions up by 6. You make these 2, I think you have finally iced the game.
Yeah. Well, even if you make 1, you move it back to a 3-possession game at that point. So at this moment, it looks like the Lions may have weathered it. Again, great awareness down low of getting the steal and then launching it deep to a wide-open Feimster, who did a great job just getting the layup. Adoy makes the first. Big points.
Catches the front of the rim, Tim.
Yeah.
Nearly missed it.
Big points there, and it's unlikely that Mid-America would be able to get off 3 scores in under 15 seconds, which is what they're going to face as soon as they inbound the ball. Adoy misses the second, so they'll move it up the floor quickly.
Need a quick 3. Erskine playing good defense. He's called for a foul. It's good.
Oh, my goodness.
He tried to back off. You saw him raise his hands, move out of the way, but he had made contact with the shooter before he was able to move his body out of the way. So a chance for a 4-point play to cut the lead back to 3.
When I had drawn up the idea that they were ahead by 3 possessions, I wasn't considering
you forgot about the
possibility.
Play.
I wasn't considering the Lions would foul him beyond the line. So, oh my goodness, this is still a game. If he makes this, the Lions have to inbound the ball cleanly and then make some free throws. It's no good.
Oh my gosh.
And there's the foul.
I looked like Lewis was going to come on at the rebound, but Adoy stripped it out of his hands. A chance now to make perhaps one of these will make it a 5-point game. You'd prefer you'd make them both. Make up to 6.
At this point, what you've realized is that you need some industrial strength nails to put this coffin on the Evangels. They will not go away.
Wow.
They have trimmed what was 1.5 minutes left, 11-point deficit, seemed all but over.
He almost got that offensive board.
Almost got the offensive board, which would have
made it a
potentially
2-point game.
cut the lead to 2 points with 5 or 6 seconds left.
Adoy makes the first one.
Mid-America
5-point lead.
Doesn't look like at this point. Another miss. Clock's running out.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Kicks it.
Went off Erskine. It's going to stay right here with 0.2 seconds left.
They might put a few more seconds back on, another second back on, but either way, Mid-America will not escape from the Schaefer Center with a win today, but my goodness, did they not do everything in their power to do so. Down by 11, cutting it down to 6, then again, looks like the game's all over, down by 7, hit the only shot drawn up that could possibly get them back in the game, the three-pointer with the foul.
And there it is, as the buzzer sounds and the Lions escape. 82-77, improved to 2-0 in conference play. Hats off to a tough Mid-American team as they come in here averaging 99, held to 77.
Yeah, unbelievable defensive effort on the Lions. And again, I think this might just be a harbinger of more things to come throughout this season. When you look at a conference with only 2 teams with records below 500 and one of those having stunned one of the top teams in the nation on Thursday, you can expect a lot more like this to come.
Well, go back to what Coach Boswick said before the game is there is no let-up in this conference from top to bottom. Anyone can win, so we are in for a dogfight. There are no takeoff games. None.
No.
None.
The first
this spring semester.
The first game the Lions take off, the first one they lose. So, well, the teams meet at the midcourt for prayer. We'll be back in a moment with the final stats, final thoughts, and a look ahead to next Saturday's game here on the SAGU Sports Network. Welcome back to the Schaefer Center, where the Lions survive a close one, closing out a 5-point win against the Mid-America Christian University Evangels. Again, it looked like they had won several times over, but never could quite put it away. Well, we're off until next Saturday. The Lions will travel to play Southwestern Christian on Tuesday and then off to play Texas Wesleyan on Thursday. Those 2 games will be on the road. You can follow live on Twitter. We'll keep you updated to those scores and as Facebook as well. Then we're back next Saturday afternoon, 3 and 5, women at 3, men at 5, against the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. For the men, that'll be a rematch of the first-round game they played in the national tournament last year, a game the Lions, of course, won on their way to going to the national championship game. Well, the Lions wrap up action here. They move to 9-1 on the season, 2-0 in conference. They stand at number 3 in the nation with the new polls set to come out this Monday. Obviously, stay tuned to our social media pages, SAGU Sports Live, SAGU Sports Network on Facebook and Twitter, as we will keep you updated as to the latest standings, the latest polls for the Lions. Well, from all of us here at the SAGU Sports Network, Rob Price, Tim Roberts, the whole crew led by John Cookman, Tyler Evans on the field with the interviews. We thank you for watching. We hope to see you right back here next Saturday at around 2:45 when we go live with the Lady Lions tipping off against the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Until then, I'm Tim Roberts.
Sunrise, waiting for the day, waiting for a sign that I'm where you want me to be. You know my heart is heavy and the hurt is deep, but when I feel like giving up, you're reminding me that we all fall down sometimes. When I hit the ground, you lift me up when I am weak. Your arms wrap around me. Your love catches me, so I'm letting go. You lift me up when I can't see. Your heart's all that I need. Your love carries me, so I'm letting go. I'm not perfect, I know I make mistakes, I know that I've let let you down, but you love me the same. And when I'm surrounded, when I lose my way, when I'm crying out and falling down, you are here to lift me up. When I am weak, your arms wrap around me, your love catches me, so I'm letting go. You lift me up when I can't see, your heart's all that I need, your love carries me, so I'm letting go. I can see the dawn is breaking, I'm feeling overtaken. Raindrops rolling off my brim, street lights got the pavement glistening. Touchdown, I fall into your arms, right where I belong, your everlasting arms. And where would I be without you? I'll be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'll be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'll be building my